Yep.
Hey, how,
Hi.
how's it going?
Good. Close to the end of the week.
Close to the end of the week. I was just thinking that once this is all over, is this project of ours going to be over?
I don't know. I'm actually liking this. We'll have to somehow continue and do daily tips period or something. I don't know. I'm sure we'll be in creation mode.
Yes, we got to get more creative then. So today I thought, Anushka, if it would be okay with you, here we are coming up at the end of week 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as I am communicating with my patients and family and friends, a lot of anxiety is setting in. Depression is starting to, set in, and a little bit more uncertainty is starting to set in. So yes, being extremely positive and focusing on, spreading more love and the positive vibrations is really important to talk about as we have. But we do have to get real that there are other issues that are starting to happen for people, and I thought that maybe we can talk about the importance of, behavioral health professionals now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how do we deal with that, and also provide some tips as to, well, okay, if you cannot do telehealth with your coach or your therapist, or you don't even have one, you don't even know how to start to look for one right now, or you're reaching out and you're not, what are some other things you can do to maintain your mental health, right? Because if we're staying home and we are being very conscious of doing our part and not getting infected with this virus right now, that's great. That's a really positive and wonderful thing. But are we, getting depressed? Are we really becoming more anxious? Like, what's happening? Those are just as important as, other diseases, right? And we're really faced with it. So I thought that maybe you can talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because right now, I always say every person can benefit from having, some type of a mentor, coach, therapist of any kind in their life. Right now, I feel like it's more of a need than it is even a benefit, right? Because there are so many that are dealing with these things, and totally understand that, right now, maybe some people don't have the resources to be able to hire someone. Although now, just to throw this out there, we are spending less on going out, eating out, which can, actually be expensive. A lot of people going to bars and, things like that, even driving, right? Like, I don't remember the last time I got gas. So just, there is that reallocation. And if people want to actually look and see what their other tools there are actually a ton of free apps and tools and whatnot that people can use. And that's one of the things that we wanted to, that I'd love to talk about. And I know we were talking about this at some point too. So, yeah.
Yeah, there are a couple of apps that I use myself, like the Calm app is a wonderful app. It provides so many different things, from meditations to classes to sleep stories to breathing. It's just such a complete app. And I'm not sure, I know that a lot of apps for frontliners, for medical staff and clinicians, and they're offering free access. But so the Calm app you have to pay for it, but it's such a complete app that it's one that I use. It's one that I, refer people to. The tapping solution is wonderful app, and it provides, even if you don't purchase it, it has enough tapping practices for anxiety, and it's wonderful. There are a bunch of releasing fear apps. There are a bunch of body scanning apps that are out there. I can't remember the names of all of them off the top of my head exactly. But these are the ones that I normally talk about and refer people to.
Awesome. Yeah. Love that. Yeah, I'll have to look into the tapping solution one. That sounds, I love tapping, and it's made a big difference in my journey as well. So yeah, and just to add to that, for tapping, for instance, and so many other things, I use YouTube. YouTube is one of my favorite. It's an app, right? And you can use it on your smart TV too, which I love that too. So whether it's for meditation, I have so many. I've created playlists, and you can create your own private playlist on there. And for instance, I have my meditation playlist, and I'll just go on there and say, okay, which one do I want to do? Do I want to do Vipassana? Do I want to do a guided one? And so forth, right? Exercising. There's a ton of exercising apps out there, some of which are free, some of which you do need to pay for, similar to Calm, which I love Calm. I remember when it first came out. So it's like to see where it's, gotten to, it's amazing. Or meditation apps even, I know Headspace is one that I used to use at some point. That was one that, that was really, and it still is popular. And I know there's the Deepak and Oprah one too, which so often they actually offer the 21, free, it's like a free 21-day meditation, which is awesome. And even, like you were saying, a lot of the, your health, professionals are actually offering these free apps and whatnot, right? Well, I'm noticing a lot of gym memberships that, if you're a part of it, they're doing a lot of these home, like my Orange Theory, for instance, the app is doing a daily home workout. And yeah, so like, so it's like, check out your, for those that have any memberships, check out your app for that gym and see, because most of them are right now offering those home, workouts for free. And what I love to do is I have an Apple TV and I have an iPhone, so I just share it to my TV, and, as a household, we do it together. So there are ways right now to really just, make that difference for yourself.
It's really, really important to get creative. It's really important to pay attention to our mental health. It's really important not to dip, right? If you notice that, my mood isn't as great anymore, like I've started to really kind of notice that, I'm starting to deal with some bouts of anxiety, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's normal. It's totally normal. It's totally natural. We're humans. We are going to panic. And it's just really important for us to not fall and dip into it, catch it early, use your resources. We are saving a lot of money. So, think about that as well, and think about your own self-care and how important it is for you to, during these super, super challenging times for us, that we are maintaining our, mental health at least, right? Listen to comedy, watch a lot of comedy, laugh out loud, listen to things that make you laugh out loud as a family, as, if you live alone, because that releases so much endorphins that it helps us get through another hour, right? And that's kind of what we're faced with right now. So these are our tips. I hope that they're helpful. I hope these daily tips are helpful to everybody.
I know they're even helping me. So, and since it is Thursday, tomorrow will be our second open session. And looking forward to seeing all those that can join us. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do the Zoom and go live on Facebook. So feel free to make any comments or anything that you'd like us to speak to.
Right. Yeah. We'll look forward to your comments, and feel free to send us private messages.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are definitely, I've received some private messages that, we'll discuss. So so that's fine too. That's fine too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Wonderful.
All right.
Bye.
Wonderful rest of your day. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Or tomorrow. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.